Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the summer 23 release notes for Flow Builder. We have some exciting new updates. We're going to be covering every one of the bullet points here, and on a few of them we're going to go into the articles themselves to kind of look at some of the screenshots. But if you like this sort of video, make sure you hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this in the future, and hit that subscribe button. I put out new Salesforce content each week. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. So taking a look at the first Flow Builder update we have coming is bring external data into Salesforce Flow Builder without code, generally available. So this was in beta stage. Now it's going to be available to everyone. Automate processes with external data by creating an HTTP callout action that calls a web-based service API, all within the Flow Builder and without code. This is a really cool feature. Glad they're putting it generally available this time. We have a new beta feature here. It's called send Salesforce data to an external server without code via an HTTP callout. If you can't get enough the HTTP callout, now you can use the post method to send Salesforce data to an external server in Flow Builder. Previously, only the get method was available, which we know because we just looked at it before. So now we're going to be able to send Salesforce data to an external server. So that is really cool, and I'm sure they're going to keep investing into that. And now we have the build screens with reactive components, and this is going to be in beta. I'm going to go ahead and open this in a new tab, and we'll take a look at some of the screenshots for this. But configure supported standard screen components of your Lightning Web Components to react to changes in other Flow screen components on the same screen. Build screens that feel like single page apps and reduce the number of screens your user needs to click through. Previously, components on the same screen couldn't talk to each other. If you needed one component to influence another, you had to place them on separate screens. This is completely changed. This is a game changer, and I think this is great. This is a very useful tool, and I'm glad to be seeing it in the beta. Now let's take a look at some of the screenshots here. Oh, for this one, they don't have any screenshots, but it looks like it's the same information that we read before. Update the screen in real time using formulas. Working with supported formula functions, you can configure a screen component to perform real-time formula calculations and logic when the flow detects a change in any of the values in the formula. It recalculates and updates the value of the screen component. That is a super cool add-on they're adding in. It's in the beta function as well. And moving on here, we have log email sent with the send email action. Now you can automatically log emails to a record's activity timeline when using the send email action. You can log an email to a receipt record, which includes leads, contacts, and person accounts. You can also log an email to a non-recipient record like an account or an opportunity, or you can log an email to both. Previously, emails sent using the send email action couldn't be automatically tracked in activity timelines. This is a great update. If anybody's done any of the flows using the send email action, it would be great to be able to record records in the activity timeline of emails being sent. They do have some screenshots where you can see in the send email action, they have log email on sent equals true. You have related ID and related record ID. So that's the account and contact where you can record on the activity timeline that a record was sent. Super cool. Use email templates in the send email action. Reuse email content with Lightning and Classic email templates in the send email action. If your email template has merged fields, you can use the recipient record or a related record to populate the merged fields, or you can use both. Previously, you couldn't use email templates in the send email action. And we have some screenshots here. We have the email template ID, which you would plug in there, and you have your recipient ID and related records ID here. You plug that in. Really cool that they're adding in this functionality as well. Get records data from Data Cloud objects in Flow Builder. Now you can use Data Cloud data in the get records element of a flow or an Apex code. You can view data from mapped Data Cloud objects, including data model objects, data lake objects, calculated inside objects, but you can't create, update, or delete them. For example, a customer submits a product interest form on your website. Use a flow to create a lead record with more information in your Salesforce CRM by accessing the data in the mapped Data Cloud form data model object using the get records element. Data Cloud data is available only in production orgs that are connected to Data Cloud. So it sounds like this is probably going to be the first of some of the new functionality they're adding in for Data Cloud. So that's great to see, and I definitely know there's going to be more coming in the future for that. Search and display data table results in screen flows. Now users can search and filter their data table record results. The search returns the first 1,500 items, initially 200 records display. As you scroll through the results, additional records load progressively in groups of 100. The search results also show the number of items displayed and the total number of items found. Really cool. I think this is awesome. I'm glad they're bringing this in. Use Security Center objects and flows. Automate your processes for Security Center data. Now you can create record triggered flows based on Security Center objects. I'm glad to see that they're bringing in more objects that you can use flow for. Get field visibility errors during flow runtime. If you have a field visibility errors in your flow, the flow now stops running and presents an error message. Previously, you didn't get an error message and the flow continued to run. Hey, that's a great new feature that us admins definitely need to know and be able to troubleshoot before we deploy a flow into a production environment. It improved accessibility in Flow Builder with new element colors. Creating flows is easier with the new element colors that meet accessibility guidelines. At first, I thought maybe they were going to be adding in more colors or changing them, but actually they are making them higher contrast, so they really stand out now. And I like it. Yeah, they're really easy to see. View more elements on the Flow Builder canvas. Now you can see more elements on the Flow Builder canvas with a new compact layout and smaller add button elements. Previously, elements were further spread out, requiring you to move the canvas more frequently to see the additional elements. And you can kind of see in the screenshot they provided here, this is less spread out for sure. And you can see here in the screenshot they provided, it is less spread out. And when you hover over the add element button, it's not expanding out the objects or the elements so far. So this looks great. And lastly, for the Flow Builder updates, reference choice sets only in choice components. When configuring flow components, Flow Builder only lets you reference record choice sets, collection choice sets, or pick list choice sets from a single location. A choice component data source. Previously, you could set this reference from several other places such as conditions, filters, or component default values, but those references were unsupported and could generate an error. Now you won't see these as options as a choice in places where they are no longer allowed. This is great. I've actually ran into this, so glad to see they implemented this. If it's not allowed, it shouldn't be allowed as a choice, and I'm glad they added that functionality in. The link for the Flow Builder updates is in the description of the video. So please make sure to utilize it and take a look at this. This is just part of the summer 23 release notes that are out there. I plan on making some more videos on some of the new other functionality they've added in for the summer 23 release. If you found this informative, hit that like button and I will see you in the next video.